handle this year, maybe last year at this time you weren't able to handle going into spring practice?
First and foremost, I just thank God for the opportunities He gave me in my life. But honestly, I don't really see a huge difference. Just I'm getting all the reps with the one, so I mean it's not really a big difference for me. Just like my mindset, just trying to get better, trying to be more competitive, trying to just push the defense to be great as well, and make. Really, my job is to make everybody around me better. So.
Let me get you just to the side so we can get more. CJ, what is it like matching up with that Jim Knowles defense on a daily basis?
It's a good thing for the whole offense. They do a lot of different things, and they have different ways to get to different coverages, which is really good for my eyes to see. Not just seeing cover 1, cover 3, or just base coverage every day. So I definitely appreciate Coach Knowles bringing in that new kind of swagger to the defense, and it really helps the offense.
Has that led to any growing pains for you, seeing different stuff every day in practice?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's practice. I try things. I try new things. I try to get better. Try whatever I can, really, just to see what I can do and what I cannot do. So I think it's been challenging. I think it's a good thing.
CJ, how would you compare your understanding of the game now to where you were maybe a year ago in spring ball?
I mean, honestly, things change. Of course, you get more reps behind you. You kind of see it better. I think that's definitely something I'm doing better, is just kind of feeling the game more. I think I've always had a good mindset of like coverages and like seeing blitzes and things of that sort. But it's just like you're getting better and better. You're like, maybe one thing that took you 30 seconds to pick up, maybe take you 10 now. So like that's something I'm kind of picking up on.
CJ, Coach Day said, you asked the other day about the success you've had, whether that's changed. You said no, it hasn't. You've stayed grounded. How have you done that, and just how much has your life changed and since a year ago this time?
Yeah, I just think just being grounded on my faith, and then just having a good support system, a good foundation back home, and then here as well. So I mean, I just try to lean on God, and God is also He's humbled me, and He's humiliated. He's shown me humility. So I mean, different things like that I've been through in my life has shown me that you don't want to boast all the time, because then He'll humble you. So that's something that I learned. My mom always teaches me to be humble ever since I've been a baby. So my pops did that as well. My brothers, my sisters. I mean, being the youngest out of the group of 5, I mean, they kind of pick on you. So I mean, that shows you to be humble as well. So I definitely got that a little bit. So shout out to my brothers and sisters for that.
Even this last year, even now?
Yeah. They always. I mean. My sister, she doesn't ever give me the benefit of the doubt. Every time she sees me, she calls me a big moose and all type of different names and stuff. So I mean, but I appreciate it. It feels good not to get praised by everybody. You know what I mean?
That's a nice nickname, though.
Yeah.
Something like
got
that
jokes.
keeps you grounded, CJ. That kind of stuff keeps you grounded.
Yeah, I always appreciate things. That's why I enjoy going home. I enjoy being around buddies. I enjoy being around my homies back home. So I mean, they definitely we roast all the time. We have fun. We go play. We go-kart, play top golf, all different things. Just get our mind off the game and just remain regular people.
Do you ever get recognized being outside of Columbus?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, it's a blessing, man. I appreciate it. So I always try to greet people, try to give back. You know what I mean?
CJ, I know you were at the Super Bowl, which is like a different type of experience. That's not what I asked you. What did you think of the relationship and chemistry that Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp had last season?
That's a good question. I mean, I think they built something in the offseason that definitely they didn't go on the field and just wing it. I definitely think that they spent a lot of time not only on the field but in the film room. So I mean, that's something that with this offense I want to do with my guys. Not only just I know everybody just talks about Jackson, but Jackson's gonna do his thing because that's who he is. And I just want to build that relationship with other guys as well. So that's something that I take the approach of, and I think that when you can think about things before you're even doing it and just comes instinct, I think that's the best thing for the offense.
What do you think about the chemistry between Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase?
Another thing, I mean, they're definitely both of those tandems are great. I mean, you have all type of great tandems in the league, and those are people that you look up to. Like I look up to Joe a lot, even though I don't know him, but I look up to him in his game, how he carries himself. And then Jamar's just a freak athlete. He's a great player, great routes. So yeah.
What makes you so? With young quarterbacks, typically coaches maybe want to stay away from middle field throws because that's where you throw picks at. But that was something that you were very comfortable with from day one. Why are you so comfortable at such a young age throwing the ball over the middle of the field?
I mean, it's just what you see in coverage and the play calling. You have to build that confidence, I feel, in practice and your preparation. Watching film, I mean, a couple teams I know I can probably get away with it sometimes. I don't think I can, you know what I mean? So it's just being smart with the ball. I mean, I got to take care of the football so we can win the game. So I think that's something that I built kind of as a kid. I mean, my high school coach was here, and he was kind of talking to me about that. It's kind of just like, you just got to let it rip. I mean, have confidence, and that's something that I try to pride myself in, is trying to be confident in my throws.
When you have that combined with how this offense works with the guy in the slot, when your slot is also your best weapon, I guess, like, what's on the table there when you have a quarterback who likes to throw the ball up the middle like that? You've got a slot receiver like you have in Jackson. I mean, what kind of numbers can you kind of put up with that combination?
I mean, whatever you put in the work for. I mean, I think Jackson does a great job of keeping defenses honest, and I think our other guys do as well. Like Julian would do that. Last year it was Chris. I think Garrett did that, and I think this year it'll be Marvin, Bab, and making dudes like that. So, and also JB. We have a whole bunch of guys that can stretch the field, so I mean, it just makes my job kind of easier. Of course, I have to be on my point and be accurate with the ball, but I mean, those guys just help me a lot.
You're engaged here, but have you noticed HBCUs and, you know, Eddie George, Coach Prime at Jackson State, and Notre Dame is scheduling Tennessee State next year, that they're getting more respect, profile, HBCUs?
Yeah, I think HBCU schools have always had respect. I don't know if that was the reason why they weren't playing teams or not that are in the FBS, but I'm not sure. I mean, all that matters is that it's changing, you know what I mean? So, and I appreciate that happening. I appreciate the league speaking up on more minority coaches. I think that's amazing. I just think that when you have so many African-American players and minority players, that I mean, they kind of have to show respect to the older guys as well as the coaches who did it as a player. Now they can do it as a coach. So I talked to Eddie George about that a couple of days ago, and I'm actually trying to help him recruit a couple players from back home that I know of that just need opportunity, and he's doing a great job over at Tennessee State. Picked up Kayvon Pope, my guy. So, I mean, I definitely appreciate what the black culture is doing in the game.
How would you feel like you're attacking this offseason differently from what you were going through last year?
I'm not really attacking it different. Just trying to get better like I always do. Just trying to take one step at a time. Just lead my guys. My job is to make everybody around me better. So that's just my approach is.
How much better is Kyle this year, obviously, as compared to last year? And how's your relationship with him maybe evolved as well?
He's become much more mature. He knows the offense better. I mean, he's moving around the pocket more. He's getting a lot of more reps, just like being himself. I mean, I think your first year is kind of more so you're just trying to fill it out. And I think that's a good thing that he's done. And I think this year he's kind of just putting his foot down and being a leader and trying to help out with the offense and become better.
You said it's not different, but do you see it is it different to see it as a veteran, though, having been through it before and kind of knowing what to expect, especially with a guy like Devin in the room, kind of experiencing everything for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, my role is just to be a big brother to them and show them guidance and show them the things that I see. Maybe it could help them. Maybe they see it different. I know Justin did that with me. I know Dwayne probably did that with his younger guys. So, I mean, I think that's just the Buckeye way. I mean, Cardell even helps me now. So, I mean, I appreciate those guys for helping. So I'll try to do the same.
Sorry to interrupt. What do you see out of Devin over the course of these first?
I mean, Devin is really exciting me. I think he's going to be a Buckeye great, honestly. I think he has a lot of intangibles that he has. I actually see myself in him when it comes to, like, the way he moves in the pocket, the way he throws the ball, his throwing motion. He has a lot of similarities that I have, and he runs the ball really well, too. So just good kid, smart, appreciates the game. Really, he wants to be here. So, I mean, I appreciate people like that.
CJ, when did you figure out that you were go ahead. Have they given you more responsibilities, kind of like pre-snap? Ryan talked about kind of early in spring they wanted to put more on your plate and letting you handle more stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I had responsibilities last season. I think this year I'm doing a little more, which I think is which is appropriate. And I think that's something that I definitely can handle. So I'm definitely just trying to get ready for that, of course, because you'll have to do that at the next level. So I really, I think, but really, I mean, it'll help us this season. So that's all I'm really focused on, just trying to get better this season so we can win.
How does it help you guys if you can do more?
I mean, shoot, ask Coach Day. I'm not the offensive coordinator, but I mean, it's just more things that I can think about, he doesn't have to think about, so he has other things to think about. So when we're just working together, you know what I'm saying? It's a team.
What's that relationship like, CJ? I was asking Coach Day the other day what he was like as a quarterback. He said, the only thing I had was like a good brain. I didn't have any of the athletic traits, right? Your advancement, you're so smart about the game, and now in year 2, how do you and Coach Day talk about things? What's it like when you're having your offensive discussions?
I mean, it's kind of something similar, but I think it's a little bit more mature. Like, he understands that I know the game, and I've been out there before, so I definitely feel like he's putting more on my plate. And then it feels good to know that somebody played the game and they're coaching you to play it the right way. So I definitely appreciate him for trying to just help me out each and every day. So and then, like, honestly, he doesn't really want me to do anything crazy, which I respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe look like it's crazy on TV, but he really wants me to stay routine because that's what longevity is in a career. So just being consistent, taking the board and stuff, which I don't struggle at it, but I'm trying to excite myself, trying to get better. And I feel like myself having the mindset I have is just like making the hard throws and things like that. But honestly, I was watching this Peyton Manning thing the other day on YouTube, and it's just like it's taking the things there when you're not like when you don't want to. You want to take the shot, but it's just smart to take that, or maybe take a you're 35, taking the 4 yard, making your player make the decision instead of trying to take the shot. You know what I'm saying? So just being mature as a player so the team can win.
When did you figure out that you were comfortable with the chaos going on right in front of you as a quarterback? You were able to like watch things down the field despite all this other stuff going on.
You talking about in the pocket?
Yeah, in the pocket.
I've always kind of had that. I'm gonna say I've always had that luxury. I would say because I mean, in high school, my O-line. If y'all watching, I love y'all. But they weren't always the best. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they would get through, so I'll have to make space, make room, and I think that prepared me as a young kid. So when I got to college, it wasn't anything like abnormal. Of course, my guys here are like out of this world, but sometimes I mean, like it's football. Sometimes you do get got. So I mean, I try to make those guys better, like they try to make me better. So that's just my job is making those guys right.
See, yeah, but when you go to the line, when you get the shotgun there or the pistol, whatever you want to call it, depth, what are you looking at before, during, and as a play develops? And how do you get a pre-read on what do you think is happening?
Well, my routine, first of all, I just like to look at the roof, which was the safeties, 2 high, 1 high. And a lot of teams are getting clever with just like holding it until the play. So I mean, if they're doing that, then I kind of just have to respect it. Then I'm going down to linebacker, trying to see. Actually, I'm going down to the front, trying to see what front they're in, 4 down, 3 down, odd, bear, split, things like that. Split mugs. Just trying to see what my if it's protection, what my tools are, and that toolkit that I have is 60-50 protection. I'm trying to see who's telling, if it's zone or man. Trying to see if there's pressure, zone fire, or if it's a man blitz. So I'm just trying to see different things like that so I can go through my reads, and post snap, I'm confirming all that. So going back to the safeties, I don't really try to look at the line of scrimmage because I think that'll get you caught up trying to see that. So really seeing safety coverage, and just trying to go from there.
Like that pass you threw to Jackson on that slant where he took to the house the other day when we were getting to watch. They brought the safety, rotated the safeties, brought the safety up on your left side, and then JT dropped two.
Yeah, that's a zero check. We call that AAA. Really, what that is just they're going all out in the middle. So I mean, they're blitzing all the A gaps. 2 linebackers are shooting A's, safeties shooting A. So then you have what a lot of smart defenses do, they'll drop the ends. So the ends become hole players. So basically I just have to navigate that. He got behind that, so I just have to lead him to shit. That's my job. He's supposed to be his man. I got to beat the whole player. So
CJ, that chess game, all of that you're talking through, do you love it?
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like what do you love about that part of being a quarterback?
I actually, and it's funny because we played against him, but Britton Covey was actually talking about that, and that's someone I respect. I've been respecting him from high school, and he was explaining just like the game of football is so. I really took this to heart because like I'm not the most athletic, of course I have talent, like my God-given talent, but it's not about all that. You know what I'm saying? You can go out there and really like you look at Britton Covey. He was talking about this his post game after they played us. You look at him and Devin Lloyd. They're two opposites. Like Devin Lloyd's a freak of nature. He's also smart as well, but like you can just tell he play football. You look at Britton Covey on the street, and he probably, what I'm saying, is an accountant. So like, no offense to my guy, so I can talk about him. But that's the thing I like about football is just that you can actually like put in the work and go see it. You know what I'm saying? Like go put it on the field. So that's something I love. I love meeting. I love talking about this stuff. I love more so about like just the verbiage. Trying to just get better. You know what I'm saying? Just I love challenging myself. So I think that's something I love about the game, and I think I always love.
You were talking about
define.
You obviously had a lot of confidence in your tackles last year, but to have DeJuan back and then have Paris on your left side, how much confidence that can do to the quarterback to see those two like pillars of the line be there to protect him? Yeah,
I think it's definitely a comfort zone for me. I think those guys definitely give me confidence, and I give them confidence. I think just the calls that I make with protections, I kind of help them kind of see before they do. I think that's a good thing. So now we're even more veteran out there. So last year we were kind of a little light. So Nick was kind of our veteran on the line. But now that he's gone, DeJuan is that. So I think that's a good thing, bringing another veteran. He's becoming more of a leader, becoming more vocal. So I think that's a good thing for us.
You guys came same together. What's your relationship like with him? how excited are you to have him protecting your blind side for the next year?
Yeah, Paris was honestly one of the reasons I came to Ohio State. He was really hard on me, like not hard on me, but he was really heavy in my recruiting. Definitely was calling me, texting me every day. So I definitely appreciate him taking out the time to do that. And then when we got here, we were kind of always around each other. He's always helped me out off the field, on the field with my homework, anything. Like if I need a question with how to do algebra, he'll come up and he used to come up to my door and help me. Like so, I mean, just having that type of trust off the field when it's on the field is kind of natural.
You were talking about how when it's smart to take shots and when it just like live to see another day. Can you kind of tell pre-snap though when you know you're just going to take the shot, like whether it was that throw to Marvin or the throw to Jackson at the end of the game, where you're going to go through your reads, but you know you're coming back to this no matter what?
Yeah, I mean it's a coverage thing. I mean, like I explained with like the post and pre-snap, and sometimes I am like, fuck it, I'm just gonna throw it up to Julian Fleming, let him make a play because he's Julian Fleming. So excuse my language, I'm sorry. But like now they're dang bro. But I mess up too. My bad.
It's not live.
Yeah, all good. But no, like you have those type of players. I have Garrett Wilson out there, Chris Olave. Like, yeah, I'm gonna take that shot. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely you have to. At the end of the day, Coach Day talks about this all the time. I talk about it. Being like when you draw up a piece of paper, you draw a line, you draw a slant. It's never done like that in the game, ever. So you do have to go there and play football. Like play with your instincts. Don't be out there second guessing yourself. That's something I'll do.
Was that dime you dropped on Jackson for the go-ahead touchdown in the Rose Bowl? Was that dime you dropped on Jackson, the right corner? Is that about as pure a pass as you can throw? I mean,
we've actually worked on that throw the first day we got on campus. So we didn't throw it in the game all year. Never got the opportunity, and then I was kind of crazy. I honestly didn't believe it. I'm like, okay, we line up. I'm going through I'm thinking it's gonna be. They're like trying to show 2, but I think it's gonna be 3. And like the corner's looking at me, and I'm like, okay, there's no way he mans up on Marvin and leads a one-on-one island with Jackson. I'm like, okay. I snap the ball. I look out to him. He's like kind of like messing around, then he like locks in, and I kind of like forgot about it. And then I went backside. I was like, oh shoot, he locked on. So I was like, oh damn, let me get this ball to Jackson as quick as I can. I just know with those type of throws, if you're gonna throw a late, you have to put it kind of in the perfect spot. And by the glory of God, I was able to do that, and Jackson made a hell of a catch. I think the catch was better than throw. So
you've worked on that since you got to campus, but you had never thrown it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we throw it in practice all the time. Never got to throw it in the season. So I mean, I don't think Justin didn't even throw it last year. He might have. I'm not sure, but that was like the perfect scenario, cover one, move the safety type of thing. So
winning the Rose Bowl, how important was that to get momentum going into the season for you guys?
I think it was definitely a great thing for our not only our offense but our defense as well. Just knowing that we have newness coming in and that we can actually do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that gave our team confidence. I think that we were playing with a lot of young players and they stepped up to the plate. So now they feel the confidence that they can do it. So I think that's a great thing.
When you and Jackson were with the second unit in 2020, were y'all doing stuff like that?
Yeah, a little bit. Scout team is actually kind of fun for me. I mean, we weren't counting squad. I mean, scout was like 1 versus 2s, 1 defense for 2 offense. So when we were kind of out there, just coaches gave us the freedom to do things that we wanted, try things. So me and Jackson were out there balling. Julian was doing his thing. Bab was doing his thing. Some of those guys that went on did their thing. So I mean, I think that scout period is where you kind of like practice now in the spring. You kind of like find where you're good at individually.
Coach, they got this place with Justin in year 2 and him understanding like why you call certain play calls, not just going out there and running. Has that started to click for you?
For sure, yeah. I think something that's important. You got to understand why you're getting the play call and what they're thinking so that you can go out there and execute the play.
Luke Whippler was talking about how smart you are about the game. What's your relationship like with Luke now that you guys are in year 2 of quarterback and center together?
Yeah, to me, Luke is honestly one of the smartest people I've ever been around. Sometimes a little too smart for his own good, but I think that's a good thing. And he's always double checking, triple checking things, and I think that's a great thing. And then I always either stamp what he calls originally or I veto it and go another way. So I think that's something that we really build. We build a chemistry. I mean, me, him, Dewan, Paris, we used to go in the dorms and watch film on so we used to watch film all the time on just what we would do in the game situation we weren't even in. So I think that's something that we built confidence on early on.
CJ, who's the guy in this spring that's coming on that people aren't paying attention to, maybe us in the media and stuff that you see coming on?
I want to keep
give me one guy.
I want to keep it a secret, but man, I'll give you 2. I'm gonna go Joe Royer. That dude is he's looking really good, and then Cam Babb is looking amazing. So I'm so excited for him. I mean, I don't want. I'm gonna stop talking about it.
How have you liked the new helmet you've been wearing?
The new helmet, I liked it. I mean, I think it's new. I mean, it's kind of like it's odd looking, which I like. I mean, I'm not always looking to be normal. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something I watch. 2 years or a year and a half from now, everybody's gonna be wearing a helmet and nobody's gonna be talking mess anymore. But I think it's funny when people make fun of me and stuff, and I don't really care. I try to always I don't want to say be a trendsetter, but I always try to start things, and it's comfortable. I think my health is more important than how it looks. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to ever suffer from concussion or things like that. So if they tell me that, and I have faith in my EQ guys and people at Riddell. So Riddell, holla at me. All NIL deals are welcome. But I think it's a good helmet. I like it, man. It's like an astronaut look. I think it's a cool thing. I think that it's something that people will warm up to.
So it was done for more of a safety thing than a look thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was a mixture of both. I don't think it's ugly. I think it's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think anything of it is ugly. Maybe they could add a top bar. I don't know. But they're the experts. They're the science. I mean, they know the science. I can see the whole world with that. So I like it.
I was going to say, what in it is different that you can tell is different that will be better safety?
Yeah, so I'll show you. Basically, I don't know the science to it, but this padding here, it's really, really comfortable. My old helmet, it wasn't uncomfortable, but it wasn't really it didn't feel good to me. It was kind of hard on my head. Yeah. So this one, I can press into it, and it's kind of like memory foam, if you ask me. And then on the top, it's more flexible. It can bends in more. And then someone tried to explain to me the technology just of not having the top bar, of being able to see more. So it's just different things like that I enjoy about it. So I'm trying it out.
Does the visor pop out or it just sticks in there?
It's in there. It doesn't pop out. It's in there. It's pretty good. So I mean, I think they might have screwed it in on the inside where you can't see, but I like it.
All right, CJ,
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Race car helmet.
Yeah, I like it.